Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I was really feeling like reaching back into some of the new things that I recently tried as far as drugstore makeup goes. I'm sure you guys are aware, and you've also seen that I've reviewed quite a bit of new drugstore makeup recently. I feel like the beginning of the year is not only a time for every brand to launch new makeup, but especially at the drugstore. I feel like it's just this overwhelming amount of makeup. I've been trying as much as possible and kind of giving you my feedback in those videos. But some of these things like I wanted to reuse and kind of give another shot. So I went through all of my drawers and I found all the things that really just made me excited to use again. And I'm going to be doing a full face using all those things. So we've got things from Milani, Revlon, L'Oreal, Maybelline, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Sometimes it's good to get another opinion on some of these things or wear them again with other products, because the more familiar I get with the product, the more I'm able to share with you guys as far as the best way to wear it or if I would recommend it at all. So let's just get started. I remember being really excited about this primer. So I wanted to use it again. This is from Milani. It's the Rose Primer and it's the Prep and Hydrate Lightweight Base. This felt really nice on the skin, and I remember my makeup wearing pretty well that day. I don't really know. I filmed this one a few weeks ago, so it's been a while since I've put this on my skin, but I like the rose scent that this has. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this all over the face. I like that this feels like a moisturizer, like a really hydrating moisturizer. So it's not too heavy, but it's also not so lightweight to where when it dries down it feels drying. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some primers like that out there, and this is just a good in-between as far as texture goes. Okay, and oh yeah, I'm remembering, I liked how it kind of dried down and it leaves a little bit of a tacky finish to the skin, which is great for gripping foundation. So let's move into foundation. I have tried so many foundations recently, I feel like. And as I opened my foundation drawer, this one really stuck out to me and I really wanted to wear it again because I remember really loving how it looked. This is from Revlon. It's the Photoready Candid Glow Foundation. I'm already a fan of the original Candid foundation. Okay, I got like a pump and a half out on the back of my hand. So I was so excited when they launched this, and then I tried it and I remember really liking it, but I can't remember exactly how it wore or exactly how it looked on the skin, so we're gonna give it another go today. So I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques buffing brush, one of my favorite brushes ever for foundations, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start to distribute this all over the skin. The thing I really like about the Revlon Photoready line is it's one of those complexion lines that makes your skin still look like skin. So if you're somebody who's always concerned about looking too makeup-y or having something feel too heavy on the skin, this foundation won't do that. Both the original and the glow version just kind of even out the skin. Like you can see that it's evening out my face, but it's not like a heavy layer and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Anyway, it's a really good go-to like complexion line for when you just want that my skin but better kind of a vibe. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of keep distributing that. And I'm not being too careful with like the brush lines or anything because I'm gonna go back in with my sponge. I'm gonna take what's left on the back of my hand and just kind of press this into the skin. Okay, yeah, I really like how this foundation looks on the skin. And again, you can see like my skin through the foundation, but the overall appearance is very, I don't know, it just kind of looks healthy to me and I really like it. So now we're going to spot conceal and conceal the under eye area. I really wanted to use this concealer right here. It's from L'Oreal. I recently tried this out, I think like last month. L'Oreal launched an entire new range called the Age Perfect line. And this was their concealer in the line. They also had a foundation that I remember liking as well. I really want to like rewear that too, but I just haven't had time. But this is the Age Perfect Radiant Concealer, and I'm going to take the shade Ivory, and I'm going to use this to conceal the under eye area. And I'm also going to kind of brighten up the center of the face with this. And then I'm going to take the shade Creamy Beige, and I'm going to use this to spot conceal the areas that I need a little more coverage. I'm going to take a bit around the sides of my nose. They're a little more red today. Okay, I'm going to take my sponge, and I'm just going to go ahead and press in the darker concealer first. And then I go in and press in the lighter concealer down the center of the face. I'm going to take what's left on the sponge and just kind of press that onto the eyelids. Okay, I want a little more coverage on this blemish right here, so I'm going to put more of that concealer right here. And this time I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit. Oh, and this one. Sometimes that's a good trick with more natural looking concealers or concealers that don't automatically have a ton of coverage. Sometimes if you need more coverage, it's good to just kind of let it dry a little bit, and that will make it a little bit more tacky, and when you blend it out, it'll have a little more coverage. So that's just a little tip. I've never tried it with this concealer, but I'm hoping that the same principles work with this formula. While I give that a second, I wanted to reach back into this right here. You guys, I don't think I've used this since the last time I used it on my channel, which was forever ago. This is the new, well, it's new-ish at this point. It's from Physicians Formula. It's the Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer, and I remember really liking this, I'm pretty sure. So I wanted to use it again. I'm going to take this and I'm going to warm it up on the back of my hand first, kind of like that. Then I'm going to take that from the back of my hand on a Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm just going to start to kind of work that into the skin. I remember really enjoying this. We'll see if I remember correctly. Okay, I feel like that's blending out really nicely actually. I'm just going to go ahead and apply some underneath the cheeks. Let's take the sponge and just press down this concealer really quickly before I forget. Oh yes, that seemed to work very nicely in my opinion. I can't remember if I told you guys about my LA trip recently, did I? I honestly can't remember if I said anything in my last video or not, so maybe I'll just repeat myself. I don't think I said anything, so I'll just tell you. If I did, I'm sorry. So we went to LA last week. We go there often, even though we live in Utah. Like, it's honestly such a short flight. It's worth it when I feel like there's an event that I would like to attend, or our friends live out there, so we go visit quite often. And it was really, really fun. We were there over Valentine's Day, and then it was my birthday yesterday, so we kind of celebrated my birthday early in LA, and so it was actually really fun. We went to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab. So I've always seen people go to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab. So my husband was so sweet and he got me and my best friend he booked an appointment, I guess, to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab where we could make our own lipstick shades, which was so fun for us, honestly. I loved it so much. I literally would go every single day if I could, honestly. It was so much fun to create lip colors. I don't know. I feel like that's something that I've never really gotten to do. And so I had a blast with my friend. And then we spent the rest of Valentine's Day with them, which was really, really fun. And then as an early birthday present, we went back to Disneyland. You guys, we were just there in December and we had so much fun that it was like all we talked about from December up until now. My husband actually surprised me. They knew about it because they were planning it together. But my husband surprised me with the Disneyland tickets again. And so we went back to Disneyland. It was really, really fun. I don't know. Disneyland is just magical. It really is. I've been going to Disneyland since I was like 1 year old, I'm pretty sure. It was just like a thing that my family really loved to do. My grandparents loved Disneyland. Like, they always had seasons passes and they would just go and walk around like whenever they had time, even though they didn't really ride too many of the rides. And my family were all huge foodies, so honestly, like, we go to Disneyland just for the food. I'm going to take the Maybelline City Bronzer. This isn't necessarily something that I like just tried. It's an older product to me, but I saw it in my drawer and I wanted to use it again. So I'm just going to layer this up over top of the cream bronzer. But anyway, we had so much fun. Like, too much fun at Disneyland. I feel like I turned into a 5-year-old when I walked through those doors. We had the best time and it was like such a crowded day, but I feel like we still had a really successful Disney day because we just timed everything right. It was just a really good day. Oh, before that, so I kind of originally went out there for an event with Bare Minerals. I love Bare Minerals and they are based out of New York now, and so anytime they have an event in LA, I do like to try to go because it's just one of my favorite brands. I love the I don't know, I love everything about the brand, and then I also really love the people who work there, so it's always fun to like catch up with them. So my husband and I went to that event, which was really, really fun. So yeah, I don't know why I really told you that. I just wanted to kind of update you. It was honestly like really nice to get out of the winter because I don't know if you guys know, but again, I live in Utah and so it's very snowy here, which is beautiful. I mean, being surrounded by mountains is really, really majestic in the wintertime. And so there's so many good things about it here, but like sometimes you're just sick of wearing snow boots and like gloves and hats. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just want to wear normal clothes. So it was really fun to be in LA. The weather was perfect, like sweater weather. It was perfect. So it's always fun to go visit. I still would never move there personally, not because of anything against LA. I actually love the city. I actually love visiting. Like the food is so good. But I just love like being in the middle of nowhere kind of. Like I really do enjoy being able to focus on just filming videos for you guys, you know? I feel like I'm chatting so much now. Okay, let's do blush. I'm wanting to try this color because I tried this formula, but I tried the bright pink color. So this is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade Nude Flush. And I wanted to give it a little whirl on the cheeks. There was a few cream blushes that I've tried recently, 2 of which didn't really work for me, but I read your comments, you guys. A lot of you said to give this another try, so I will, and you said not to put it over top of powder, so I will do that. But first, I wanted to personally try this one. So I'm just gonna take the bottom of my sponge, and I'm gonna smile and just apply this to the apples of the cheeks. It's kind of funny because honestly, I already said this in another video, but I am not somebody who reaches for cream blushes too often. And it's nothing against like cream blushes, just for me personally, I think I'm more comfortable maybe with a powder blush. I don't really know. This is pretty though. Every time I look over here, I'm looking in the monitor, and I got a new desk and it's not as deep. So the monitor is closer up, so I feel like it looks more dramatic now when I look in the monitor. But that's what I'm doing when I'm looking over here, just to see how it looks on camera exactly. I feel like that looks nice. Yeah, I like it. I am gonna top that off with a little bit of this blush. Remember this blush, you guys? I loved this when I tried it, and it's been too long. This is also from the Age Perfect line from L'Oreal that I recently tried, and this is the Radiant Satin Blush in the shade Rosewood. I just felt like this shade was beautiful. I'm gonna take this on a fluffy brush. This is the blush brush from the Real Techniques Everyday Essentials set. I went to Ulta and bought myself another one of these sets. I've talked about this like a few times in my videos just because I love this brush set so much, and it was on sale at Ulta when I was in there, and I was with my husband and I was like, I don't know, I was just telling him how I really needed a second set of these brushes because I use them so much, and I really feel like I will get use out of 2 sets. I don't know. I love this so much. If you can't tell, I'm kind of going for more of a no makeup situation. Kind of, sort of. Okay, I think I'm ready for brows. I'm going to take the Milani Precision Brow Pencil. This might be one of my new favorite brow pencils. It's just good. I really like the formula on this, so I wanted to use it again. I've been using this one actually a lot off camera. This isn't like some of these other products where I haven't used them since filming the videos where I reviewed them. I have actually been using this quite a bit off camera because it's just so good. One thing I will say though is I've noticed it's easy to get a little heavy-handed with this. So using a really light hand helps to kind of prevent too dark of a brow in my opinion. But I love how this applies. It's really, really nice. What's new with you guys? I would really love to know in the comments. Like, what are you guys up to? What's going on in your lives? I always love to hear what you guys are doing, what you guys are feeling, whether it's life stuff, makeup stuff. I want to know, so be sure to comment down below how you are doing. I need to know. It sounded demanding. I don't need to know, but like, it's just really interesting. I love to get to know you guys, so if you want to share what's on your mind, comment down below. I feel like 2020 has started off so crazily for me. I don't know. I was so excited for the year, and I'm still loving this year already, but it's just like, how do I explain it? Like, I feel that I had so many goals and dreams and ambitions going into 2020, like big dreams, and I don't think that I was prepared for the work and the, I'm trying to find words to explain it. I don't think I was prepared for the reality of the work it takes to get to where my goals are. So 2020 has just already been really wild for us. As you guys know, we launched our makeup bags, and you guys, like, that went way better than I had ever planned ever in my whole entire life. And so it is such a good problem to have. But as you might know, we are sold out. And so right now we're working on a restock, and there's just like so many logistics behind the scenes that I don't think you can prepare for until you're in it. So it's been kind of a wild ride, but like I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's kind of fun because it is the reality of doing what I wanted to do and accomplishing those goals that I have. So it's been a little bit crazy. I don't know if you guys are kind of feeling the same kind of a thing in your life, but that's kind of where I'm at. Like life is really good. But more than ever this year already, I've kind of felt like I need to be really, really intentional with the things that I can control. And what I mean by that is like making sure I'm eating right, making sure I'm exercising, making sure I'm sleeping as much as possible so that I can like be ready for all of this, you know? I'm going in with a little bit of the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect powder. This is a very old powder to me, but I really love it. And I'm just going to take that on a small little brush and I'm going to dust that in the T-zone. But life's honestly really good, you guys. I really love everything that I'm doing. I love my job. I love filming YouTube videos. It has been so much fun to design makeup bags and see you guys use the bags that we designed. Like it's just been super cool. So I'm having a good year, but it's kind of like whipping me into shape, you know? I'm just going to use that powder to set the under eye area. And I'm just kind of buffing into the T-zone. I don't remember what video I was watching where I saw the makeup artist. Well, I'd see a lot of makeup artists do this, but there was one recently that made me just like kind of crave wanting to do my powder this way, where you just take a smaller brush and kind of buff it into the T-zone. So here I am buffing away. I was gonna go all out and do an eyeshadow look, but I don't feel like doing a full-on eyeshadow look, not with this look. I feel like keeping it fresh. Hope you don't mind. So I'm going to take my Maybelline City Bronzer and I'm going to buff that in the crease and then a little bit underneath my lower lash line. Okay, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, I don't know, I don't really normally like share these kinds of things. Not because I don't want to, just because like honestly, when I'm filming videos, I don't know, I just feel like I'm so in the makeup that I don't have like the emotional space to even think outside of like applying bronzer sometimes. But going back to what I was originally saying, this is something that I've learned over and over again, and I don't know if anybody needs to hear this or not. I'm just kind of speaking from like my own point of view. But anytime I feel like I'm in any sort of a funk, and I'm sure you guys have experienced that whether you're in it now or not, but I definitely have been feeling just kind of off on more days than not recently. And it's funny because I know things are going super well, but just like personally in my day-to-day life, sometimes I just feel like I can't keep up. And I kind of came to this realization several months ago, but I've had to kind of have the realization multiple times. But when I feel like I'm in a funk, I usually can step back and I usually can realize that it's stemming from a place of like, I don't feel in control. And what I mean by that is not like no one's listening to what I'm saying type of control, but I kind of feel like life is happening to me instead of me happening to life. And in those situations, I always have to like rewire what I'm doing. And those are the situations where I personally feel like it's good for me to look at my life and to look at, okay, where am I really trying in the areas that I can control, which, like I said earlier, are things like exercise, diet, sleep, mental health, just making sure that you're in like a good place on a baseline level, you know, like am I doing all of those things to make sure that I'm the best as I can possibly be in those areas? And am I being intentional about it? Like, am I being proactive about it? And 9 times out of 10, when I feel in a funk or out of control or whatever, I'm not doing those things. And so that's kind of what I've been working on again. I'm not perfect, like none of us are. But I feel like in the new year, you know, I was like going in ready to just like conquer everything. And again, things are going really, really well. But I have had to be more intentional about like what exactly I want and what exactly I'm looking for. I didn't even realize I've been applying highlighter. This is from Neutrogena. It's the Hydra Boost Illuminator. I really, really love this highlighter. This is not a recent find. I have used this for a while now and I wanted to use it because I was picturing more of a fresh look like this. But anyway, I wanted to share that just in case any of you guys are feeling that way. And you know, sometimes it can be daunting when you realize, no, I'm not eating right, or I'm not exercising. I don't feel the happiest of all. You know, sometimes it can be overwhelming to think about all the things that you're not doing right. But in my personal experience, I've noticed that if I just take control of one thing, like the next day, you know, maybe writing down everything, like planning things out really helps get all of that stuff in my head on paper, so I feel like I can kind of chill out a little bit more. So I usually start there. Like I'll start with just the basics of like making sure that I drink water and eat well. Like just start somewhere, like make better decisions with food. And then I like to just like plan things and just work from there and get my groove back. And I've noticed that it really helps me. So I don't know, I just wanted to say that. Let's go ahead and do mascara. I'm gonna go into the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. This is a new mascara and I actually am excited to try it again because usually mascaras work better for me on like day 2. It's kind of weird, like it needs to dry out a little bit sometimes for me to feel like I understand the formula a little bit more. Because when it's fresh out the tube, sometimes it's too runny and it just doesn't work as well as it could. So let's go ahead and apply this to the top and bottom lashes. I guess just to round up what I was saying, because I realized I have one more thing to say about this. Basically, it's just helped me to kind of have that mindset because so much in life is out of our control. Like honestly, so much in life is out of our control. You can't control what people think of you, what people say to you, the weather outside. Like there's just so much that you can't really rely on for your own personal happiness and strength when it comes to like outside things that aren't important. That's why I feel like when I focus on things that I can control and the things that I am doing to keep myself in the best state possible, I'm in a proper state to be able to handle the uncontrollable and the things that just happen to you or happen to those around you or whatever. It just makes you a little more able to like cope with those things or make those decisions, you know? And it doesn't mean striving for perfection, but for me it means like just knowing that when I lay down at night, like, you know what? I did the best for me today, period. Like that's all that matters, you know? And every day looks different in that case, you know? Some days I accomplish a lot and other days I only check off a couple things on my to-do list. But like as long as I'm doing the best that I can every day, thumbs up, good day, continue, move on, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is getting chatty. Okay, I feel like that mascara looks really nice. I'm just taking the brush and I'm dusting off any excess mascara marks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. I'm obsessed with this lip liner. I seriously love it so much, especially with the Milani Champagne lip gloss. I've been seeing a lot of you guys tag me on Instagram. It looks like you guys have gone and picked up and tried out that lip combo. It is so good. That Milani gloss is actually upstairs in a purse somewhere, so I'm gonna use another lip color today, but I wanted to line the lips with this. I love this color. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, I wanted to wear a lipstick that I didn't get a chance to wear in my other video. This is one that I showed you guys in the Maybelline video. It's the Maybelline cream lipstick, I think it's called. This is the shade Rosy Risk, and I don't really know how it's gonna wear with that lip liner. It's gonna be a little more pink, but I really wanted to wear this one today, so I'm gonna apply that. Dang it, I was pressing the lipstick in and I accidentally wiped off some of the foundation, so we're just gonna try to fix that. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit more of the L'Oreal Age Perfect blush, and I'm going to apply that like more in this area here. Well, I spent like 5 minutes looking for a brow gel from Milani that I recently tried that I really liked. Couldn't find it, so oh well. I'm just going back in with a little bit of that Hydra Perfect powder, and I'm touching up the T-zone even more because that's where I tend to get the most oily first. I really like this makeup though. It's very much a no makeup kind of a situation. Like you can still see my skin through it, but that's kind of what I like about it. Okay, I feel like things are looking pretty good. I know this is not Drugstore, but it's sitting here. It's the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I'm just going to use this today to set my brows. Okay, so I think this is the final look. I'm kind of still upset about this little blemish here. But I like the overall look. I'm just going to take my sponge and see if I can press a little more concealer into that area. I think it worked pretty well. Oh well. Well, there you have it, you guys. This is a very, very fresh, natural, minimal powder kind of a look. I actually really like how it turned out. It's definitely not one of those makeup looks that I would wear if I'm trying to wear makeup for like 10 hours straight. I don't feel like this would last very well on my skin personally, but it's a very good like fresh looking makeup look for just running errands or wearing for a few hours. I really like how it turned out. As far as all these new products go, I do feel like I still really enjoyed all of them. This lip color is incredible. I really love this lipstick, and obviously the lip liner. But yeah, like the complexion products, I feel like all of these really do kind of cater to more of a no makeup, natural skin kind of a look and feel. So if you're into that, I feel like you would really enjoy a lot of these products, and I do feel like they all look really beautiful and luxurious on the skin. And they are all from the drugstore, which always makes me so happy. So yeah, that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of random and a little more chatty than what I normally do, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it from me today. I truly hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. Just know that I love you, I see you, and I'm seriously so grateful for you guys. Thank you for all of your love and support that you show me. Thank you for your kind comments and for just coming back to my channel and watching my videos. Your support is the single thing that has made me able to do this every day. So I'm so grateful for you guys. And again, have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.